three kinds of muscle cars out there. The first kind is the kind where you know what's up. That's like, say, an M Code Roadrunner or Super B, 69 and a half, the big six-pack hood scoop, fiberglass hood. You see that car, you know it's no joke. You know it's got something under the hood. You can tell by looking at it that it means business. The second kind of car is a sleeper. The sleeper looks like a plain Jane car and you have no idea what's going on under the hood until you race it, you come up next to it, and the thing smokes you and you're like left, baffled. What the hell just happened? Then there's the third kind of car. There's a car like this Twister here I just got. It's the ultimate poser car. It's got all the bells and whistles on the outside that scream, I am a badass car, don't mess with me. And yet, under the hood, this car, the Twister, came out with a 198 slant 6, a 225 slant 6, or a 318 two-barrel. So the 340 was not an option with the Twister. That was its own car. And if you look at this car, you think, holy shit, that's a 340 car. That's a badass car. You don't mess with that car unless you've got something to back it up. So anyway, I just picked up this Twister from my buddy Jason. He's had this car for quite a few years. I don't know, something like, I think he said 2013 or 14 is when he picked it up. He got it from another friend of mine, John Jones, a while back. They did some horse trading and he gave up his old 73 or 4 Duster, petty blue, for and some cash to get this car. And then Jason built this Stroker 340 for it, and he never got around to it. This car unfortunately has a bunch of rust in the roof too, so he peeled the vinyl on it. Kind of think that's probably what killed interest in the car. So I was slated to buy this car and all the drivetrain with it, and I told Jason a few times, because I know he had money in the car, and I definitely know he had a bunch of money into the motor and stuff, and I basically kept giving him an out, like, man, are you sure? And he was giving me a killer deal on everything. And last minute he finally came to his senses and said, I'm not giving up the drivetrain, but he offered up the car still, so I took it. I won't say what I got it for. So but I look forward. I'm not going to be able to get to this car right away. I've got the whole Charger thing to get to the duct tape drags, my dad's 68 Charger, so that's going to be a priority for basically most of the year. All my money, all my time, all my effort's going to go in that. Try to work on my mom's 72 along with it, but hopefully next year we can get over to the Twister and get it going. So even though this is the poser car, it doesn't make it any less cool. This car is super cool. It exudes coolness on the outside, and it wouldn't take much to give it a little hot rod, parts to make it scoot down the road. This car came with twin scoops, high impact paint. This is not the original color. It's close, but you could see the original paint down in like the headlight buckets and stuff. It's sassy grass green. Don't know if you know this, but the Twister option was like a mid-year 71 deal. It got all the cool stuff thrown at it. So this car's got the scoops, it's got a shark tooth grill, came with rally wheels, it has the dual sport mirrors, it's got the go wing on the back, and like I said, the high impact color. So it's got a lot going for it. This one in particular, it was kind of a strip model. The only thing that is really the big check box is the fact that it's a Twister and it got all of the stuff that goes with the Twister. I do have the original build sheet. Jason found it when he pulled the bottom seat, rear seat out. It was, I guess it had fallen between the seats and went underneath, so it's pretty cool. We got that to look at, so we're gonna go over it. I'm not a particularly big numbers kind of guy, fender tag kind of guy. I still think all that stuff is really cool. But my thing is more like just growing up. I've always had like a 318 car I got for dirt cheap, and then a C body. I ripped the 440 out and dropped the 440 into the B body. That was kind of my thing, and I that's what I like. I like those cars. I like the hot rod car. There's freedom in it. You don't have to worry about going all original and stuff, and you know, hurting the value of the car by, say, taking an RT car and mini tubbing it, or putting in frame connectors or whatever. So anyway, I've had a few, very few, that were kind of important cars or rare cars or special cars, and they've come and go. This one is probably somewhat the most special car that had that special option. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think it'll be fun to kind of go over the fender tag and the codes and stuff and what went on with this car. And plus, we, like I said, we have the window sticker that came with the car, so we'll be able to, you know, look at it. You'll be able to see what option cost for the car, and how much the car costs driving it off the lot. Or I don't know if it's off the lot, but at the bottom of the window sticker it tells you this is the price for the car. Who knows if the original buyer actually paid that or not. Hopefully he got it a little cheaper, but so you'll get to see that. But anyway, so here we go. So here I'm going to show you the Sassy Grass Green. This is the original color. This is the color it's been repainted. I actually really like that color. In my 74 Duster, I painted it Sassy Grass Green. Dual scoops. Now this car would have came with a blackout and a strobe going down the center of the hood and up into the cowl. And it's kind of cool, like it's almost like a little archaeology, you know. The car's been repainted and stuff, but look at, you can still see remnants of the original stripes are still here. So when they sanded all this down, they didn't bother sanding down in here, and obviously didn't repaint the engine compartment. And there's the little 318 2-barrel. You can see over here, stripes there. And I don't know if you know this or not, but on A bodies or Dusters and Darts, the hood is not functional. Those scoops are there just for looks. It looks like there's some black left underneath the green. And we got a fender tag. We'll go over that. The original wheels are gone. There's the sport mirror remote. There's one on the other side. No frills, just a bench seat. There's the shark tooth. That is one of the most badass grills Mopar ever came up with. I love that grill. They're almost a must on these cars, so I'm pretty stoked to have that. And if you, I don't know if you know this, I'm gonna tell you if you don't, or I'm gonna tell you if you do. That grill was only available on 71 and 72 models, so you couldn't get it in 70, and you couldn't get it in 73. And it's got the gull wing, excuse me. This one's all busted up. Somebody put some like wire to hold it on. You can kind of see it flimsy, but it won't fall off. And you know, the 70, 71 taillights, bar none, best taillights on a Duster. Freaking super cool. Oh, the bad with this car. Roof is really super rusty. Bad shape. But shit, where did I put it? Oh yeah, I put it over here. So when my buddy John sold the car to my buddy Jason, he had a spare roof off of a parts car, and this roof is like super solid. So that's the spare roof. So I just got to get it swapped and we'll be good. We'll talk about the 4-door in another video later on. So that's it, guys. That's the Duster. We'll talk about the window sticker now. This is the window sticker. It actually has the VIN number on it, which I'm not going to show you. Here's the emission sticker, which is basically just got the timing. Tells you the cubic inches. I guess it fell off, and it's cool. It's still there. This car was built in Los Angeles, and it was shipped to Guy Muthart Incorporated, Long Beach Boulevard, Compton, California. So I guess that's where this dealership was. All right, so first option, the VL29. Basically, that's just saying it's a Duster. That's the same number you're going to see in the VIN. The L4X9. X9 is black. The L4 is just the, it says split back bench seat with car vinyl, which I don't think is anything special. Like, when I first saw that, I thought split back bench. I was thinking split like this in the back, but maybe, you know what, I guess it's talking about the front seat being split with armrest, which is cool. And the infamous A51 code, Duster Twister. So includes unique grille, which is the shark tooth, hood tape treatment, which is the blackout, and the strobes down the middle. Rally road wheels, which is, it says rally road wheels. Yeah, okay, so it's the rally wheels. With L trim rings, which is cool because normally the Twister doesn't have the trim rings, so that's kind of weird. Decal, body, side, and rear deck tape. So the side tape is this, which this is just paint. Somebody, I think my buddy John actually painted that on. And then the rear is that blackout around the taillights. Let's see. C and V, C, drip rail, and wheel lip molding. Now this is what's cool too. Okay, the drip rail is gone. I think my buddy Jason pulled that off. I think it's all in the trunk. Wheel lip molding too. So it's off on that side, but on this side you could see it's got wheel lip molding on it, which you never see on a Duster. In fact, I think the Twister is the only one that actually has that. So if you're gonna try to find trim for your wheel well openings, good luck. You'll have to find a Twister to get it. Let's see. I don't know what WSW tires is. Racing mirrors, we talked about that. Those are the mirrors. It says that the left is remote and the right manual. So basically this one's got the little knob on the inside you can adjust out. The passenger side, you gotta stick your hand out the window to do it. All right, so the split bench costs an extra $64. The Twister option cost $116, which, man, that seems like such a screaming deal. And then look, this was funny. So this says D34 torque flight transmission, gonna charge an extra $190.60, which I think is a scam because the code is actually on the fender tag says D31, which basically is just a 904. So I think they threw that on there and charged this guy, or was trying to fool somebody into paying extra for it, probably for the, you know, the torque flight name. And then the 318, so to go from a slant 6, I guess, to a 318 costs you an extra $14. That's money well spent. High impact paint cost, look at that. Freaking the paint color cost more than going to a V8. Isn't that crazy? 37 bucks. Tinted glass, because this is an AC car, so it's got the green tint. So you had to pay an extra, wait a minute, oh, okay. 363 bucks for the air conditioner. The glass was 36 bucks. I'm sorry, the paint was only $13.85. Okay, emission control. Like, really? They're charging you for that? I mean, that's like, you have to get it. Radio, AM radio, 60 bucks. Oh, you want a radio? That's gonna cost 60 bucks. That seems kind of steep for back then, you know? Heavy duty suspension. It's got the heavy duty torsion bars, rear leaf springs, and sway bar, which it does have a sway bar. I could see that. That was only about a $14 option. That seems well worth it. Vinyl roof cost an extra 77 bucks, which, man, I wish, you know, looking at it now, I wish they had not spent that money. This car would be super solid if they decided to not pony up for it. Well, of course, I'm sure this was sitting on a lot. It's not like somebody ordered it sitting on a lot and this is what it was, you know. Lower deck tape stripe. I have no idea what that is. Body side tape stripe, which, you know, it's that one. And then just says sold car. Tires. D78 by 14 WSW. I don't know, maybe that's a brand of tire or something. Tires cost an extra 40 bucks. So, destination charge 170 bucks. So, if you walked on the lot back in 1971, this is what you're looking at for the window sticker. $3,627.65. So, I'm sure, I hope, the guy that saw that sticker was probably like, that's ridiculous, and, you know, made his own lowball offer to him, and then they negotiated from there. But freaking crazy that this thing still exists. Pretty awesome. Anyways, so that's that for the window sticker. Pull the bottom out, and then you have to push upward, clear the hooks, and forward. Well, womp, womp, womp. No build sheet. Something up here. Some sort of inspection tag. Let's say there's automotive. Something. I don't know, maybe the seat got recovered. And the build sheet got taken out and thrown away. Very possible. Alright, one more thing to check. The glove box. What's in the glove box? Anything else? Looks like a homemade box was made. Gee, I wonder why. The cardboard fell apart. How many miles are on this thing? 11,000 miles. 11,600. So it probably rolled over. Obviously, somebody wrote right here 47,000 miles for oil change. And idler arm. And new idler arm. Huh. This thing's fragile. What's this? 1993. 73,758 miles. Oil filter, trans oil and filter. July 31st, 93 points. Plugs, PVC, air filter hoses. And 73,822. Hey, so from 93, and there we go, 98. It's just about to cross over the 100,000 mark. Points, plugs, and wiring. Huh. Kind of cool. This thing was rolling 1998. Oh, saw someone. I'll check that out. Oil changes. Oldest, look at that. 1971. Oil and filter change. 2,900 miles. And then whoever owned the car in 76 was on it. They made sure. This is probably all happened at one time. Yeah, Sorry, didn't pay attention to the date there till now. And then 79, and then high something lifters, 1980, 81, oil filter, spark plugs, 36,000 miles. That is so freaking cool, man. Alright. Look at this. Factory original dual stereos with CD player. Huh. I'm just kidding. Ashtray. This is interesting. I don't know if this is normal or not. I've never seen one with two toggle switches. Rear air and map light. What's rear air? Is it a defroster? Rear window defroster or something? What's funny is the A-bodies are so small, like their air conditioning unit is kind of like a dealer add-on. It's just underneath the dash. It's not like integrated where there's vents in it, you know, like you might see on a Charger and stuff. But yeah, still super cool car, man. Stoked.